Hey, welcome back, everybody. We're on Cash Now Map 2. NRG eSports versus OpTic Gaming will continue. It was at 16-8. Fairly dominant performance there by OpTic Gaming. A little bit of breath of life in there for NRG, starting on their T side. Now onto their map choice, and they will get on that CT side. So here we go into the pistol round.
Let's see how this one works out, as again, this is one of the maps that NRG has put the most time into in their limited amount of practice together, so this is kind of their best chance at taking a map off of OpTic, who has had mixed results on Cash, some good, some bad. So we'll see which one of those it's going to be today here for OpTic as they look to try to move on in this tournament for sure. One of the favorites to win it all, in fact, and so far they've made quick work of NRG, but we'll see if they can keep that up here on Cash. We do see Daps dumping into the A-bomb site alone, but it's the mid-attack that's the real focus here. But so far, Peter at the sandbags has held it up quite well.
Still there with 2 HP, and Leggy are going to come bail him out. Actually, Leggy got both of those frags. Peter did get one, but he was a big bait, and Gabi moves in there and gets that last frag. So NRG, that's what they need. They need to hit the ground running here at map 2, and they will get the pistol round on a Cash and some early rifle buys. At least one of them for Legia.
Out of the 3 pistols we've seen so far, NRG's won 2 of them. So little stat for you. Seem to be doing pretty well here on these early rounds. Let's see if they can build it up to a 3-0 lead. So we do, of course, the OpTic forcing up the head armor and the pistols. They didn't get a bomb plant in the first round, so no harm, no foul at just trying to force up the best you can here. But that nade stack kills one and does a lot of damage to Naf and Rush.
Yeah, dude, artillery strike taking him down. And Peter holding out underneath with that MP7. He got the nade kill too. He will finally go down, and actually Naf long range takes down Legia, who is maybe feeling confident. He's got a FAMAS. He sees some pistols coming over to boost, but the Deagle just deletes him. And Gabi in the vents forced to back off. Silent also helping out. We'll send a nade through. But 3-on-3. And there is actually... Okay, Justin's playing on the locker side. If Naf hits that shot, A is gone, but Justin will stand tall. Silent's got down Rush. Look at Daps, though, moving in and planting the bomb, running up highway.
Wow.
The highway to hell. Daps will just plant the fall, peeks out and dies, but big economic gains here for OpTic Gaming.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, they can't capitalize on it right away because they did invest a lot of money in this round to get the bomb plant, so they can't still do like some type of third round buy. But of course, that means that their first buy in round number 4 will be, quite comfortable, right? They'll be able to afford, all the utility they want. They'll be able to get an op on Shazam, who likes to get boosted and try to work those picks at mid or A main to try to open up a lot of stuff on their default. So they're going to be able to get to that right away. And they can still make a minor investment in this round without taking any repercussions from it. So you do see a few P250s, a flash on 3 of their players, as well as a smoke onto that. So they might have some type of set play in mind with these P250s, some type of set push they want to do. Just have to see in time here as we kicked off this round.
Well, kind of spreading out into a default, maybe hoping for some antsy play from NRG, hoping they might push and go down, but that's not going to be the case. They actually got the double boost on the white truck, hoping someone's going to cross. I mean, that is they're playing the lottery, hoping to hit that shot with a P250. Oh, it's actually Naf on top of the Deagle, so there's a little bit better of a chance.
Right. No one, of course, showing themselves. However, Legia just playing that very passive inside the connector. Justin and Peter committed to playing inside the A side together. Same with Silent and Gabi over on the other side.
There's their one smoke over to Z. So they're going to try to work out middle.
And yeah, all 3 rounds has been these boosted mid-push attempts. This time they'll get out there clean. There's no one to contest this, really. But can they actually make a bomb plan out of this is the question.
Gonna be tough. I think it's... Oh no, Stan didn't get tagged by that as well. Sorry, my health disappeared, but it's back now. That's Peter from Quad. That brings the shot on to Daps. They are actually transitioning this over to B, though. Bomb moving in. Gob B just gonna be flashing out. Legia still has his gun out. Nicely done. And actually on the cross, I think that was Silent that did a decent amount of damage. Shazam, last guy up. Did finish off Silent, but left with 6 HP. Will he be able to get one more? No. Legia finds a double, so does Gob B.
Yep, so clean start for NRG here, going up 3-0, but with that bomb plant from the second round, OpTic has plenty of money stored up here to get a full healthy purchase, but they're actually only going to put a rifle on Shazam. They're not going to get him the op. So I wonder how they're actually going to approach this. Their default's usually Stanislav playing outside B, so this is one of the maps where you still kind of see him lurk, and then Naf usually plays the door. while they do kind of a 1-3-1. But this round, they're not doing any of that. They're gathering up immediately for some type of set A hit. They're going to send Naf solo door, everyone else looking to just hit out A main, which is not bad at all. Only Justin is here. The rotate is quite far off, as they're boosted in a smoke trying to pick mid right now.
Yeah, it looks like NRG are completely baited off of just the first few rounds with all that heavy mid and mid to B play. Just leaving one man on A, like sure the retake works, but on your rifle round, the full executes coming out here from OpTic Gaming. Justin though may not let them pass. He's playing at this fence position, brings down Daps who tries to go off top. Now he's got support over at Forklift, but Shazam able to move in, finds his man. Legia with the trade, and we're left in a 2 versus 1. It's just Rush over here at Quad. This could maybe be somewhat winnable. He does have the bomb down. He is kind of low. Really blind. Actually was caught in the open for a second. Don't think that nade's going to be doing too much. Does spot ahead over there at the truck. Brought down to 4 HP. Trying to Molotov out this other player. Will go back to the fortified quad position. Hoping for the peek out there on the left, but it doesn't come his way. And he's going to go down.
Yes, despite the fact that NRG left A, pretty weak with Justin playing it solo, they're able to make it work. And it's funny enough because Gob B as a caller for Mouse Sports is kind of one of the guys who really kind of innovated that type of play, just playing 1 at A while focusing 2 mid, 2 B, and just playing retake A site. And Justin actually did a really great job staying alive for as long as he did, and even getting the frag to allow that rotate to set in. And I mean, that's a pretty clean retake for NRG. In fact, winning the 2-on-2 there in the end. And that means OpTic is just on the P250s now. It looks like they're going to gather up for some type of huge explosion on the B-bomb site. But Silence, he's
bit of a
waiting
gap
for this.
here. He's going to be able to spot those feet, but he won't be able to if a flash lands right in front of him. He's going to run out, walk straight into Rush, does win that battle, now slides in behind Shazam, gets that kill, moves through the smoke, great heads-up play, but P250, better than an M4A4 at that range. Go figure. Zaps finds that frag quickly, though. He goes down. Now it's Naf left, 1 versus 4. I don't know if he's aware that he made Gabi that low. And now he's low himself as the nades will trickle down. And man at blue tarp is Justin. Hits his shots, and NRG off to a really good start here on their CT side.
Yeah, I mean, they've had some big plays, especially the 1 gun round we've seen so far. Justin came up absolutely huge over in the A-bomb site to hold off what was a really heavy execute without too much support early on. So this is kind of OpTic's next big chance where they'll have full guns try to go for it. They do have an op on Shazam, so they are going to get to their default now. So this is one of those maps where Stanislaw might actually lurk a bit more rather than entry. Now going over towards the door. So yeah, this is very standard default here from OpTic.
Silent.
Yeah, he ate a lot there. Was that a nade that came over?
It was. Go figure.
Ooh, the run boost did not work out, and Naf hears this as well. So he's gotten a little bit of intel on what's going on today.
I wish we could pull up the stat of how much nade damage Silent has taken on these first 2 maps, because it's probably more than anybody else.
Oh yeah, for sure. We do see
Naf though.
Right around on the door, actually does do some damage here to Leggy over at the forklift, forcing him back into highway. So he's causing a huge ruckus over here. Meanwhile, Stanislaw has given up on B, shifted back over to mid.
Oh, he gets spammed down.
Yeah, that stinks because that's 1 player down here for OpTic. See what they want to do. They try to stab out mid as well. Stanislaw gets caught also, so this is not looking good for OpTic. They're already 2 men down before they've even started an execute.
I mean, that was just Naf pretty much alone at Squeaky trying to work that. Takes the nade damage while he throws the Molotov over to Forklift, trying to get Legia running out into the open so he can hit the shot. But instead, I mean, they traded a little bit of damage, but as he's falling back, taken down through the doors is pretty unfortunate. There was like no other... There wasn't an attack on middle or anyone looking out A main to maybe stop that player from quad.
You know what's crazy? Out of the cash matches I've seen this team play before this, I've never seen Naf be the one to initiate like that. That's actually kind of a first for me. Usually he just kind of lurks there while the name actually comes mid or A main, but he tried to make a play and got caught. But look at this. Rush is turning this thing around.
Into the site. His teammates are still in A main, so now Rush is on the site.
Oh,
and now the bomb goes down. Silent just whiffed everything. Shazam hits him with an op shot. He's got to be careful of this run-up. Actually, I guess hearing things wrong. Ears maybe still ringing from a nade, I think that went off. Maybe some comms in the way, but Peter takes him out with that P250. It's all going to be on Rush, and I don't know really how that missed. It looked like it was right on to me. You have to watch the tapes. Fire going out. Really, really well done here from Rush, who opened up the round and looks to be closing it out as well. Gob actually, as the fire spreads, takes some damage. Now down to just 19, and he's going to run to the hills.
And that's actually kind of
He's
odd.
dead.
Like, you saw how he like closed the door and everything? Like that's just sound cues to let Rush know you're not defusing, right? Like it seemed kind of like a mistake. It's not like there was any threat coming from that door.
Well, the fire was still down. He couldn't be defusing anyway.
True.
That did seem weird. He took like 40 damage closing that door.
Yeah, I mean, there was no value in doing that at all. But what an individual play from Rush, right? I mean, that round looked lost. Like, NRG had a 5-on-3 after denying Naf at door and stopping Stanislaw at mid, and then all of a sudden you just see Rush waltz out to the A side, get 2 entries, and
actually
do work.
Was he maybe trying to pick up a gun and just press E on the door?
I have no idea.
Because, like, the Molotov came from A main, no one was in door, like, there's no reason he would ever go to close the door. Unless he's, like, really OCD and the door just has to be closed before the round ends, or Gobby's brain will explode. Like,
I don't know, man.
I assume he went over to get a gun and then you saw him trying to run away and save, but Rush was able to take him down. I think picks up that 4K. So good on him.
And Justin again play from Justin.
Yeah, again at the fence. He's caused a lot of problems for OpTic Gaming from this position. And he's going to get down another one, and everyone just falls. Peter starts chiming in with that op as well, finds the double.
The best thing about that play was Justin actually spotted someone through the gap in the smoke, but he didn't take the shot. He decided to just cross over into the corner. That way he could like remain hidden and undetected, and he was able to use that play to actually pull out 2 frags. So again, like Justin's been huge for NRG over on this A side of the map. There's no doubt about it. OpTic forced to save again here, except for some P250. So I mean, this is looking like a whole different team right now over there.
All right, so smoke's down over at B. Silent holding on, and it's just all P250s here for OpTic Gaming, and nothing working for them. I mean, they can't even really say the A hit worked. It looks like they just Rush kind of found a hole in the defense. I think he just walked up highway and was able to get into the A site unnoticed, and that's the only reason. And his big individual effort is why OpTic has 1 round on the board. So NRG looking good. This is bad though.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. They just spill out more P250s. They get 2 kills. Silent has recovered. He put the M4. He's able to start evening it back out. He's done a lot of damage. He slowed down the bomb. But look at this. Justin's still inside the A site.
Silent falls too.
Yeah, but Justin's been so good at holding this, but not this time. Naf just flies out. Oh, man. And so this is OpTic winning 2 rounds, basically, off of, like, crazy situations they should never be winning from, right?
Yeah, that's not a round you can lose.
I mean, NRG's played the CT side so well, but the 2 rounds they lost were, like, pretty embarrassing, for sure. If they lost a 5-on-3 and right there, they just lost to a bunch of P250s. Insane.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. I mean, Daps was able to pick up that M4, and I don't know exactly how he found that kill onto Silent because he moved away from it, but I think he just picked up that M4 and ran straight into Z, and Silent wasn't expecting it. Might have even been reloading because he had just... he almost got the double spray down at White Box, then saw the man at Vents, and then I think he just got pushed straight up by Daps.
It's so just crazy. It's crazy to see like how NRG has won some like rounds where you thought OpTic surely had it because Justin is holding A so well, but then they lose like 2 rounds that you feel like they have a huge advantage. That's kind of odd. But look at Shazam getting the first pick here.
He got dinked.
Yeah, exactly. And Justin's looking for him.
Yeah, they are probably aware they dealt that damage. If there was any nades, I mean, there is 1 nade on the field for NRG. It's Gob B though. He is actually showing up at middle right now. Now that nade's coming over, Shazam knows. He's like, no, get me out of here. But he goes down.
Couldn't get out of there fast enough, man. You could just see it coming, like through the scope. You just like knows it's gonna happen. We'll get past to Naf.
Naf's like,
the
all right,
secondary offer. Yep.
Thing is, though, they don't know about Justin yet. I mean, is anyone going out the lower side of middle? It looks like Daps and Rush are both going to go out that way, so Naf will have some support, and Naf's even going to back off of the boost. But they are going to try to switch it over to B. Daps taking some damage. Now Justin is pretty pinned in, and that Molotov's going to force him out.
Really nicely done there. Daps kind of sniffed him out. They used the Molly to get him out, and now they have a minute advantage here with still 30, something seconds left on the clock. So this is a good position for OpTic to be in to find another round here. They do have 2 in the sunroom. Rush and Nat seem to be bringing that bomb over towards the side of the map. Silent is alone at B, and his rotates way far off, so this is actually the perfect choice here from OpTic to get in here now before anyone can start, drifting over.
And where's this fire actually going to spread? Will it go towards Silent? It doesn't matter. He was pretty distracted, like a moth to the flame, and then Rush comes in and puts him out of his misery. So 4-on-2, OpTic Gaming with that big P250 win. P250 no armor round win. Like, what a big boost to the economy. And now with the rifles able to take this one and perhaps keep 4 alive, Gob, B, and Peter are not set up for exits. They are strictly saving their weapons here.
Right. So I mean, this is OpTic starting to make a little bit of a comeback here in this first half. I mean, at one point NRG was up 5-0, then 6-1, and now we're about to see it 2 rounds in a row for OpTic make it 6-3. So they're starting to climb back into this one. And Cache is a map where I think it's one of the most balanced maps in the rotation as far as like round score goes. I don't know what side you're on. It really depends on your team and what you prefer, but I feel like this is a map where it's perfectly reasonable to get up to like 6 or 7 rounds on the terrorist side. So I mean, if OpTic can stay on this course, they would be doing big things. NRG run out of money.
Yeah, I mean, not quite a freebie yet because Peter does still have that op. There are some upgraded pistols and Gob B, of course, with a rifle of his own, but it should be 4 rounds before OpTic, so they were slow to start. Some nades going in, trying to dissuade any aggression that might be coming in with a pop flash P250 push, and there's actually still Peter with the first frag. He takes down Nafline. Nafline has not had much success working in that squeaky room. And
very true.
Oh, they push in to grab the AK, and now they'll back off.
Really well done. That's Peter just being super mobile with this op. Like, we've seen him opping mid a lot. But then this round here, he's going to have to push in the squeaky door. So he's definitely been dynamic in how he's approached the map, which has definitely thrown OpTic off guard a few times. They do have Shazam, who has made it out mid, so they're slowly grabbing mid control here. They're even going to put the Virtus Pro Molotov off the wall to clear it out. Gabi and Legia could peek late from Z connector, though. They're both set up here, but now they're smoked off. Will they boost over? It looks like they will try to do that, and this could be a chance for Gabi to kill. But that's response.
No. Dang, that's pretty rough. It seems like that should have been a pretty easy kill. Gabi is one of the guys that had a rifle and armor. Look at Silent, though, living up to his name. Very, very silent behind those boxes here in Checker. That could come up huge, or not. Now he decides to peek out. He was waiting for his teammate, which is pretty smart, but Legia just got blasted immediately, and Silent suffers the same exact fate. So Peter, he found the opening kill. He's left with nothing. He's 1 versus 4, just trying to hold on to this op once more.
Yeah, I mean, that was just, again, OpTic finding a hole in the NRG defense. Like, you had Peter and Justin doubled up at A. You had Legia and company doubled up at B. And doubled up at mid, excuse me. And when Daps gets that kill through the smoke, he knows for sure that there's another guy there inside the smoke. So he knows B is weak because they spotted Peter and Justin earlier at A. So that's just really good round reading there from Daps to just say, okay, I killed people boosting at mid. There can only be one dude, let's go now. And they're able to get in there and clear it out. Not only that, but also the pistol is silent. I mean, it just never really was able to make a play from that hidden box position in Checkers. He was never able to like time it out right. I mean, he tried his best, like he was trying to do the right thing, but it just didn't pan out.
So guns again to NRG. They weren't really slowed down all that much. Never even had to take a full pistol round because they had that op and M4 in the last one. Now back out to the rifles, fire down on the boxes. Shazam's still he'll take some damage to peek through. It doesn't find anyone looking in the Z connector though, so now he's forced to drop off.
Right,
and it looks like OpTic back to a default.
Yep, and Shazam will find the pick on the Peter, so offer down here from NRG, who's caused a lot of havoc with that op so far on the CD side. He's one of the top fraggers on the team. He's had a lot of early picks, but not this time around. Not Shazam will take those honors here in round number 11. So you're going to see Naf tucked into the door, playing a lot more passive this time, not trying to poke around, just trying to hold, wait for people to get ready to set up for a late A execute, which it seems to be. But look at this, that's actually pushed out mid. He's cleared this. So now they have even more map control to work with as they kind of make some decisions.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll try to run up highway or slowly work their way into B. Actually, some spam coming through this wall, and I think he took a shot from Daps, who was in the vents spamming back, and they are going to transition it over to B, and Naf is on a massive lurk. He is quite low, but he's still going to be able to keep 2 people pinned in A. Maybe not so much Justin, because Justin can leave through A main, and here's Daps getting the entry onto Silent. Naf still has not made his move. Might not even need to. He's just going to, like, Legia's going to go to save, and Naf is still going to be in this room. That's rough.
Indeed. That's another really just sick round read, though, from OpTic, man. Like, they get that pick on Peter at mid. Gabi rotates over. He's spotted by Daps, who got pushed out thanks to Shazam's pick. And once he sees Gabi inside the Z connector again, he knows that B is weak, that there's only one guy there. So he just says, all right, we got mid control. We know there's only one B because Gabi shifted, so let's just hit the B site. And again, they're able to exploit that weakness with only one player in the site and take it over. Now, because of that, that's 2 rounds in a row they've won off of some really sick reads, which means 4 rounds in a row in total. And now they're about to tie this thing up because NRG has no money left. So, I mean, this has just been a great adjustment from OpTic here in the middle part of this half.
Yeah, it took them a while to get going, but now they are going. There's Daps opening onto Peter, who tries to get aggressive.
That's like the laziest thing ever. It took them a while to get going, but now they're going.
Hey. Sometimes you gotta keep it simple, right?
That's true, man. I mean, I felt it. I was understanding what you were saying.
Sometimes you wake up in the morning and, you know, your voice doesn't work at all and you have to cast all day. And Gabi alone at B. What is his Steam icon?
That?
Do you see, is Gabi's Steam icon loaded for you?
Like a
think
cowboy?
Like a Red Dead Redemption or something like that? I don't know. I got nothing.
Maybe it's because he's like in the Wild West.
Oh, that's definitely it.
You can say it's definitely it if you want, but in all actuality, I have no.
Well, I mean, he just moved to Vegas. Like,
yeah,
he probably feels like a cowboy.
Prospector, dude. Farming that energy money.
6-6. And rifles come back out. Actually, we'll go into a double op. So Silent, I mean, 6 and 8 hasn't really shown us too much with his rifle or even with the pistols. But here we go. He's got an op, so maybe he can start to make an impact right now.
So both primary oppers for their former teams will now both have ops in this round. First time we've seen them pull out the double op setup. Granted, they didn't have any money to do that in Inferno. Pushing it here to have enough money to do it right now, but seems like they've lost the last 5 rounds in a row. They need to change something, so they're going to try to give this a look. And the first time you do this, it can throw your opponent really off guard. So, if it pans out.
Yeah, I'm not going to be expecting them both to have it. And Lekia was actually, he kind of made a bit of a step there, but I still don't think they heard him push through on the lower part of middle. So he's making a pretty big play.
Knows.
Oh, Daps.
No.
Always aware Daps.
Or he has a good idea this may have happened.
So, no, guess not. Legia will take him down.
Oh,
Shazam actually tries to get it done with the P250, so Legia finding a double, but Rush is there to trade him out. Still a main advantage for NRG on the CT side. Naf over at the squeaky door, of course, hasn't really had the best luck from there. And here's Silent actually holding middle this time. Stan will be distracted. Justin giving a quick little shoulder peek, and that might just be able to bait Stan into the trap. Silent still with the op. Naf mollied out. Oh, Stan, he gets up for free, and then Silent just misses his shot. He's forced to fall back, and it's evened up now. Actually, the advantage to OpTic Gaming as Rush takes out Peter. That's one of the ops. Silent rotates over to the truck, but everyone's already in the site. Maybe he can get one as they try to get back to A main, but smoke goes off. That didn't even smoke A main. Silent, though, blocks off his line of sight with it anyways. So now Naf gets to a decent post plant. Silent will move forward and take down Rush. Naf 1 versus 2. They don't know where he is. Now they do. He fires up over at Silent, but does have that up. Gabi very, very low, and was just spotted. So Naf wins that one. Silent just trying to stick on the bomb. 2-1. Not enough time. Naf moves in, takes him out.
Wow, man. That's insane, because that
there's
bomb
so much time left. I mean, you don't really have to stick it right there.
Yeah, and the bomb wasn't planted for Naf, so you know he's going to be forced to push you as well.
It did almost work out, but
that's NRG losing another 5 versus 3, man. Like, Legia got the first 2 picks on the round because he caught Daps, and then Shazam super overcommitted to chasing after him to try to trade it back. Didn't work. And so they had a 5-on-3, but again, it's Rush who turns the round, you know, like, you know, coming into A, getting a couple of entries. It's like deja vu from a few rounds ago, where Rush just brings it back for his team. So he's definitely been key. He's not the top fragger, but the kills he's had have been super impactful on winning a couple of rounds.
Whoa, no, that was planned. I was thinking that was a terrorist that just whiffed the flash, but that was actually Legia who'd pushed in, was trying to get a pop flash over the red box in the mid room. Almost worked out. Did actually blind that player, but they were able to retreat and then re-engage. So Legia is down. but so is Daps, but Nafly getting Justin means a 4 on 3. Shazam and Naf are somewhat low. Gob looks to be in a pretty strong position. Sees Rush running up into the vents. We'll take him down, so we're evened up. Gob, the one player with armor here, has now picked up an AK. So that could be huge.
Yeah, and you can see that because of that optics actually falling back off, like they realized they forced to rotate towards the B side, so they're trying to fall back to A, but Peter kind of cuts off part of this, but he doesn't cut off the bomb carrier. But this does give him enough of an inkling to go ahead and rotate back over to A to get ready for this, and everyone's actually rotated, so everyone's here. Shazam will smoke it off. Nap gets a 6 shot from outside the door to get it back into a 2-on-2, and Silence on just a P250, so man, oh man.
That Molotov was thrown way too high to even have a chance of landing, but here's Gob B with that rifle. Shazam wants another shot at that one. And missing it and goes killless in the round. Gob B picks up 3, and that'll tie it up 7-7 going into the last round of the first half.
I'll be top dragging for this team right now, man.
Heyo.
Not something you would really see on this past team, but doing it here right now.
It's not for... Not since 1.6.
And that was a big round for him, though, right? Like, I mean, hiding in the vents that whole time, getting the AK, finding 2 kills at the end to close out the round. That was a really good job from him, for sure. As we're in the last round of the half, everyone's fully bought out. Double lot setup still in effect, but Shazam picks out Peter again. Legia going for this run boost. This time it'll work. Justin has been boosted up here on the quad boxes. I don't know if Naf may have heard that. I'm not sure how far away he was when that took place. Have to see.
Gabi at the sandbags. We saw it on Inferno. OpTic Gaming were very careful. They were always using their utility to clear all positions. We've already seen it multiple times in this game, even when someone wasn't at sandbags, because obviously OpTic Gaming, they don't know that. They've been clearing it with Molotovs. Looks like maybe on this round, Gabi might get an opportunity, but Molotov into the vents, Molotov to the sandbags, and no he doesn't. Shazam gets his man. He will not be denied. Here's Legia though, nice little pop flash, gets Rush, but is that a little too late in the round? It's still 4 on 3. Silent here. It was not really stood out so far for this team playing in that B site alone, but here you go. Maybe as a reverse caster's curse, Silent gets one, but Shazam will finish him off.
Yeah, that's done a good job though, holding those 2 players over at the B bomb site. But unfortunately, OpTic lost them, man. So now it's an even 2-on-2, but they still have the bomb down. It's still pressure on energy to make the retake happen. I have no clue where they're coming from either. Daps is playing inside checkers. The smoke goes up to Legia to block that off as he tries to slip into the site.
And slip he will. But Shazam! I mean,
that seems
Legia jumped and crouch landed into that position, so he made noise. Shazam hits his first shot and then had the sound cues to know where Legia was and just immediately peeks him.
Right. I mean, that was a decent start by NRG on the CT side. Like, they were up 6-1 at one point, but then... You know, it's you know, OpTic winning the last 7 of 8 rounds, and included in that were some rounds where NRG had like 5-on-3s. And I mean, when you're like the underdog team and your opponent's making a comeback, you can't lose those kinds of rounds. Like when you have a 2-man advantage, you got to close those out if you want to have a good half, and they just couldn't do it. So OpTic, despite being way down in the beginning, actually won the half and are, you know, in a pretty advantageous position going to the CT side. All going to come down to the pistol again, however. NRG's won 2 of the 3 we've seen so far. It's our 4th one. Who's going to get it this time?
Yeah, and Shazam, the big performer of that first half. 15 kills, 10 deaths. Next on the team was Naf with 11. And it was Gabi, as we kind of mentioned right before that half closed out, who ended up getting that top frag for his squad and their 7 rounds that they earned. He was 12-7. And Justin also doing pretty well holding out on the A site with 11 kills.
Yeah, so we see it was OpTic playing a retake A setup here. Naf just spotting A from the Chuck, everyone else mid and B. So again, that's kind of a mouse sports thing to do, something that Gabi kind of pushed in the meta like in the middle of last year. It's not going to work out so well for OpTic this time.
That's the kill you need. You won't get it. Here's Peter just holding a quick angle. Gets 2. Justin now peeks out from quad, so nice little crossfire. A little trap as OpTic Gaming try to run up into that site. They get shot down in a flawless pistol round, pretty much. They plant the bomb and everyone stays alive.
Yeah, I think that's just NRG kind of like reading the fact that a lot of people like to play retake A now in these pistol round setups, so they just do a really heavy A hit. You know, and then they get the kills. They don't really let the rotate set in, and that's NRG. They've won both pistols this game. 3 out of 4 for the series so far, so really successful on that. That's really what's kept them alive in a lot of these matches, is winning pistols. Can they actually follow it up later on? We'll see if they can hold the 3-0 pattern that they're going to take the lead back, as they have upgraded a bit here. OpTic has a few pistols, but no armor, no real nades. Now trying to challenge with Eagle at mid, not finding anything. And it looks like we are going to see NRG trying to work their way up Island.
Stan actually I actually don't know where Stan was. He brings out Gabi. Here's Naf. The one deagle they had didn't work out. Naf with the other. He finds a shot onto Justin. That's actually brought it into a 3-on-3. This is Shazam over at Forklift. His P250. Naf again! He brings down Silent. That's the bomb too. Now Peter's gonna have to walk out. He has no idea man's here. Shazam, free kill. Leggy able to trade it out from A main, spotting ahead over at Truck. He also saw the man behind him. So he's got to keep on guessing. But he's at 18 HP. That's pretty much one shot from either of these pistols right now. Naf, there it is, with another one. Big 3K on the round. He picks up a Galil. Actually finds an AK. Daps trying to get him over to the Galil. He does. So they're both on rifles. Big boost to the OpTic economy and a big blow to the NRG confidence.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's really Naf who's a hero that round. I mean, he gets the bomb down, he gets 3 kills before it's all said and done. But the other big thing about that is because of where he got the bomb down at, that meant that Shazam playing Forklift, no one was ever going to check that. They were so focused on trying to push in the truck and pick up that bomb that, you know, Shazam is able to kind of ninja around in the A site and pick up Peter for free, which was another really big kill in that round. So just, you know, unfortunate, you know, location of the bomb going down really worked against NRG throughout the entire round, and some great pistol work there from OpTic. And now they're back ahead already, forcing NRG into a save. So OpTic a great chance to put up a number 10 here pretty soon. The NRG fairly spread out right now. In fact, one player is still inside spawn, so I don't know if he crashed or what happened. He's still sitting there right now. Finally coming into the ring.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It could have just been them taking some time on this eco round. Like, not much has been put into it. Maybe Legia was calling some strats, drawing some diagrams or something over from spawn.
The NRG gathering up a lot of forces at B. Silent may just try to make some noise over here at Squeaky Door A to hold people in place. With the B hits definitely going to be what's coming in. But Russian Dats, they haven't rotated. They're just holding their ground. Chilling out over here.
All blind. And that nade went in and did a lot of damage. Now they're going to be... Oh, they're trying to run boost across. I really like that idea. Unfortunately, Legia was already pretty low and then run boosted through the fire. And actually, Rush getting one in the fire. That'll be Gabi who goes down. But at least he wasn't a coward. He was still trying to push in with the rest of his team. Was just too low to do so. And a flawless round there on the anti-eco for OpTic Gaming. Gets him into the double digits.
Indeed. It looks like NRG here still not going to go for a full buy yet. I mean, they had enough money if they had wanted to maybe force something out, but instead they're just going to kind of go a little bit lighter. They're just going to go with pistols. Some upgrades, though. They do have some armor as well. They do have 3 smokes and a few flashes, so they have enough utility to kind of go for one, you know, quick, heavy execute. Seems to be geared towards the A side of the map. Silent, again, just kind of lurking. So he's went from an opper to lurking a lot, I feel like, is what I saw in Inferno as well. So that's a crazy roll spot for the Silent character, as we are seeing NRG set up for this A hit.
And Silent. Oh, they see his hands. He is caught over there red-handed by Rush.
I knew you were going to say red-handed.
Nah.
The meme was in you.
Oh, that's too predictable. Alright, I'll back down. Stan holding the angle on the forklift run up. Nade going to go into the site, but it looks like NRG, I mean, taking some heavy damage here from this artillery strike. Fire going over to get... Oh, no, it was actually a smoke to A-main. I thought it was a fire over to the forklift. More nades going in on the site. Legia is low, now taken out by Shazam, who's just going to go try to take down Gabi. They knew he was at forklift, and they can assume Justin's in the site. They knew no one got to A-main. And, again, just... pistols there for NRG, but still OpTic Gaming not losing a single person and defusing here. That's going to be big money for them.
Yeah, this is definitely just showing how much it hurt NRG to lose that second round after winning pistol and be forced into basically like double force buys, giving OpTic a big lead now. NRG will finally be back to buying. Peter will have his first crack with the op. He was doing pretty well early in the half on the CT side, but then you saw Shazam really started to get the better of him there in the last few rounds of the half when they started dueling each other. Shazam won't have an op here on the CT side. Instead, he's holding on to an M4 that's been kind of recycled through the past few rounds, and he will be heading over towards the A side of the map with Stanislaw and Naf playing mid, Rush playing with Daps at B. This is so different. Rush has pretty much played A his entire career on this map, but now you see him playing kind of a B rotator position, so... Again, we do see OpTic kind of
on the
CT side.
Oh my gosh, that was just sick play. Both of these guys pushing into Squeaky. They do get flashed right away. I think initially Justin might have been a little too timid about that. He throws that flash, but he doesn't peek behind it. Guess he heard the door or heard them stepping. And then he gets stuck in a corner as two people are fighting him. They nade him and they Molotov him. That runs him out, and they hit their shot. And then trying to capitalize, I believe it was Gob B who tried to run in out of A main and into the Squeaky door, but they were completely ready for that. So 3 kills for OpTic Gaming, and they're looking really good so far in this half and definitely on this round as they're actually facing rifles this time.
Peter is going to be able to find an OpTic here late in this round, but NAF immediately trades him out as this round pretty much went to OpTic the moment that they were able to do that push in Squeaky door and get those initial 2 kills. NRG trying to bring it back, but they've only found 1 kill in the round. Peter left alone with this op. At this point, it's just trying to hold on to it. With 35 seconds left on the clock, try to carry it over to the next round because money certainly tight here for OpTic. I mean, they're only going to have, what, $2,900 coming in next round? So most money is going to be like $3,400 or so. I mean,
how much does Peter have right now with the op? Only 250?
Or 250, yeah.
I mean, so at least he'd have the op, but
yeah,
we'll kind of throw his money off what the rest of his team's going to have. And I don't think he's going to live to tell the tale anyway. They can actually wait. Like, they honestly should wait 1 more second. Don't kill him, just wait! Why? Wait. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either.
Why did they just kill him?
Don't know.
After
Either way, they stopped him from saving the op, which is the biggest thing, so that means money is, like, way too low. Maybe if he would have saved the op, they could have forced out something alongside it, but as it stands, they'll just get some upgraded pistols here, and so that means that OpTic are in the, you know, a really good and advantageous position now. We are going to see, again, Nash playing over here towards B, Stanislaw playing the A anchor role. We're going to see NRG kind of gearing up over here towards the A side a bit. Gabi does have that bomb in main. Justin playing over towards the door. We have a few boosted. They might try to like hit A and then late run from the boost position up highway. Seems to be the idea. Very passive though is OpTic on A. Once again, kind of playing that retake setup.
I mean, there's no reason to go and hold these close angles against pistols that are going to run up and just murder you because they're better than M4s at that range. There's only 1 AK on the field. Oh, and Legia with that 50-50 whiteout coming up from behind. Finds one. Peter helping him out on the other. Rush, though, going to try to put a stop to this. Knows that Legia switched up. He's going to go. Oh, he jump peeks him, actually, with the P250. Finds that op. That round was a bit more costly, and NRG did pretty well considering what they had. But it's still not enough. OpTic are out to 13 rounds now.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, OpTic are certainly building a good lead now. They have yet to drop around this half since losing the pistol. 5 in a row for them. Few away from moving on to the semifinals to take on the take on the winner of Winter Fox and TSM, which takes place late tonight. Our last match of the day, actually. We have Tort and Games Academy coming up next.
That one I'm really excited for.
Oh yeah, that should be
that could be sick.
I will definitely be watching that one. You and Pat Flanagan will be delivering the commentary for that. As this is one of Real NRG's last real chances to try to make a comeback this game. I mean, it's a nice, full, comfortable bye. Yes, they're approaching max loss bonus, but this bye is still going to be better than what they can get next round with the loss here. So this is their big opportunity.
I'm trying to get back in control of this. It would be, I mean, that's like pretty low in terms of the statistics of winning both pistols and still losing a map. Like, I guess they didn't get the full 3 here in the second half, as that's the only round they have. But here's Stan taking down Justin, realizing he was back there, just pushes in, very, very confident right now, takes him down 4-on-4, as NAF did fall prior to that. Peter opts him out of the map. Mid control here for NRG, but what are they going to do with it? It's actually the bomb that looks to be peeking up off this white box first, and that could maybe be a problem. It'll fall back, though, to the vents. They want to go B.
So we do see some incendiaries coming in here inside the site. Daps, though, avoiding the bulk of it. Rush is inside the site here with Shazam beginning to rotate. Rush will go ahead and deliver the first blow on this entry. Daps now stepping out, finding on as well. So they put the odds right back in their favor. It was even. Now it's hugely in favor of OpTic. Doesn't look they're going to give this one up. Peter's left alone, very low HP, not any time left either. Tries to rush into the site, has the bomb on his back, but just can't find anything. And that's OpTic securing their 6th round in a row for this half, and they're just 1 round away now from map point. Really, really well done there from Daps and Rush to defend that B attack.
Yeah, that was perfect. Daps and Rush both in the site, both kind of peek out at the same time. They each get a kill, then they just sit tight behind some of those unspammable boxes. Shazam's able in that time to rotate over, get into upper, and then they're like, all right, we know both these guys are in sight. NRG is trying to push in and bring them down, but then the eye in the sky is Shazam. He starts hitting his shots, and it was pretty much a perfect B hold. And NRG not able to do anything. This time they're going a lot faster though. Daps still on the site, able to get one. Will they expect Rush? They won't. He finds another. No one else has been able to rotate over yet. Running out of ammo, so it just goes 1 for 1. And we're into this 3-on-3. Shazam steps out, only shooting Justin in the toe though. Is there a nade that can maybe finish him off? Bomb's not gone down. Stan's already dropped out of vents. He'll take down Legia. More incendiaries going into that site. Gonna turn up the heat here on these terrorists. Justin though on 1 HP gets the kill onto Shazam. And here comes Nafline from CT. Stanislav from the other side as he dropped out of vents. Bomb's not down though, so they're not in really much of a hurry. And Stan will find Silent kind of just in the open. He was maybe, I guess he was trying to peek out CT, even it up into a 1v1.
Right.
Maybe if he got that kill, even go A, but no dice.
No dice at all as we're in what could be the last round of the game. Energy goes on that max loss bonus, so they're still able to get together something here, but there's a couple of players, not with what they'd like to have, of course, just a couple of Galils in play. Pretty low on utility, no op for Peter, so they're definitely just scraping the bottom of the barrel here, and they have to win out from this point forward to force an OT, just to have a shot at a 3rd map, as they already dropped the 1st one, of course. Looks like they are looking to execute towards A. Naf and Stanislav playing up close on A main. Stanislav is going to sneak his way in behind. Man. Plus Naf was putting up a monster haul. They had no idea Stanislav is here still. Yeah. Finally gets sniffed out, but he still puts down 1, and now it's a 3-on-2 in favor of OpTic.
Dan was almost too patient right there, waiting for some more people to run by. But he does still get 1 kill, which leaves it in a 3 versus 2. So trying to pop flash and run out through that smoke, but Nafly's playing kind of an off angle at the forklift, completely shut down anything that NRG had. And there's Russian Daps with the 2 final frags, 16-8, same exact scoreline. This one looked a little better just because NRG started off the first half competitively, but it is still at the end of the day the same scoreline, 16-8, which is still not really that good. OpTic Gaming pretty dominant in both maps.
Yeah, I mean, like in the first map, if we're going way back, that was just a wash, right? I mean, OpTic gets 13 rounds in the first half on Inferno from their terrorist side, and from there, it just, I mean, there was really no hope for Energy. Here on Cash, you know, this is a map where, like I said, Energy's probably spent their most time on Cash as they've been together as a team. That's where most of their practice has been. That's where their comfort is. It's a shaky map for OpTic. They start out well. I mean, they were up 6-1. You know, start things off there on their CT side, but then, you know, Shazam started winning his duels with the op against Peter. He was getting mid control a lot. Dats was making some really sick reads, like understanding, like, you know, oh, I see Gob B at mid. That means there's only like 1 guy defending B, and they won a couple of rounds off of reads like that, just being able to find the hole in the defense, and they just brought it back and even won out the half. And there from their CT side, short of losing the pistol, they were flawless. There was hardly even rounds where Energy looked like they might win it. It was almost always OpTic dominating there in the second half. And yeah, so it's 2 16-8 victories for OpTic as they move on to the semifinals, and they're done for the day. You know, they've done their job, and they'll play against the winner of TSM and Winter Fox tomorrow in the semifinals.
Yeah, which should honestly probably be another easy match for OpTic, which will get them into the finals for either a rematch with Splice or a game against Torture Games Academy. We'll see the result of that coming up in just a bit. Right. But to look at the performers here on Cash, I mean, we got pretty much the top 3 of OpTic. They all showed up. Shazam with 21 kills, and then Rush with 20, also Naf with 20. So all 3 of their big players showed up and got the frags. Peter was 18-17. He was the only man to go positive on NRG eSports, so I mean that's okay. He won some op duels out there in middle, granted them a few rounds. I mean, Peter did have 5 first kills. That was actually the most in the server, but unfortunately, I mean, there just wasn't enough behind it. Gob B, we talked about him top fragging in the first half where it was competitive. In the 9 rounds of the second half, he didn't even find 1 frag on T side. So I mean, maybe he has to delegate a little bit more. He's taken some time holding some hands as the IGL, so we can't do as much on T side. It's hard to tell, but I mean, we'll just have to watch NRG play more. This was their first 2 maps. Not really impressed with anything that we saw from them.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, man. Like, if we're gonna be honest about NRG right now, of course we can't like sit here and draw like too heavy of conclusions from just their debut where they've had limited time together. You know, you gotta take it with a grain of salt, so to speak. But I just don't know how this team's gonna work. Like, you have Gabi, who's a great in-game leader, but has struggled to be able to like really frag against top level competition. You have Legia, who also has been pretty underwhelming when you look at him playing against like top international competition. Yeah, sure, these 2 guys in the NA scene are smart enough to do well against mid to low tier pro teams, but you know, they're going to struggle anytime they play against like really top level teams. And then we have 2 main oppers playing together when Peter and Silent.
I don't like that at all.
Silent's like lurking for this team, even though he used to be an opper, and he's pretty much been an opper his whole career. So it seems like he's getting forced to a position in a role that he's definitely not used to, and maybe he'll adjust over time, but that's not his optimal role. Like, his optimal role is to put an op in his hands. Like, that's where he's done most of his work in this game, and so that seems odd. And then, yeah, you have Justin as their star rifler, and he's not bad, but, I mean, when you think about all the rest of the rifling that goes on in NA, I just feel like this team's going to lack for firepower to compete against the top 3 or 4 teams in the region. Like, they're not going to be a playoff contender, I don't think.
Yeah, and that's just in the region, right? I mean, they're already out of the last chance qualifiers, so that's tough. I imagine we'll see some shifting of lineups and maybe roles on that team. Although I don't know, man. So many teams popping up in NA. Like, the talent within the scene is spread more thin now than ever.
As big as contracts are now and buyouts and stuff, I feel like you're gonna lock yourself into positions.
Yeah, everyone might be locked in just because of some of the bigger upcoming
if you
leagues.
if you signed a 1 or 2 year deal and your buyouts like in the tens of thousands of dollars, I mean, you're probably stuck. You know, unless the team decides to dump you, in which case you're still stuck in your contract, right?
Yeah.
Just riding the bench. So, yeah, I feel like it's a lot harder these days to make. This might be one of our last great NA shuffles these past few months, with so many top ors coming in with big money.
I mean, honestly, thank God. I think it'll be kind of nice to make people stick together a little bit longer to see what maybe can happen if they actually work together. And maybe there's some hope just because of the experience that Legia and Gabi have. But we'll see. OpTic Gaming, meanwhile, looking pretty good. Again, their tournament to lose, maybe with the exception of Games Academy, could also be their tournament to lose. That might just depend on where your loyalties lie, whether it be in North America or South America. But with that, we're going to take a break. And I think, Dust, are you done for the day?
Yeah, I am done for the day. It'll be you and Pat Flanagan for the rest of the day. As again, in about we'll be breaking for 30 minutes or so, but we'll be back in about 30 minutes with Torque taking on the boys over at Games Academy, and then after that, we'll have Winter Fox taking on the new TSM lineup, so they'll get their debut today as well. So a lot of debuts going on today for some of these new NA lineups, so definitely tune in for all that good stuff. I will be back tomorrow, and I'll be here pretty much the whole day tomorrow doing the semifinals and finals and stuff like that. So definitely see you guys tomorrow. Thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed the casting. You can follow me at Dust Moret. Other than that, I will catch you guys tomorrow. But again, we still have plenty of matches going on today with my man over here, Helium, and Pat Flanagan coming in. So definitely stay tuned. But we'll be back in about 30 minutes, folks.